More than 150 of the country's top economists are calling on the government to provide ongoing stimulus testing as the United States continues to recover from the coronavirus pandemic. In an open letter published by the Economic Security Project, 156 economists also asked for increased unemployment benefits and money for state and local governments. The letter argues that regular checks for individuals can help boost economic activity and bring stability to those in need. Economists say that appropriate payments can increase or decrease based on the current economic situation. Direct cash payment is an essential tool that enhances economic security, promotes consumer spending, accelerates recovery, and promotes certainty at all levels of government and the economy. Economists, as long as needed, economists wrote in the letter. Influence Watch labeled the Economic Security Project as an initiative to the left of the center. In the past, the group supported the idea of a universal basic income program. According to the proposal, working adults who earn less than $50,000 per year will receive $500 per month, according to Influence Watch. Former Democratic presidential candidate Andrew Yang tweeted support for the proposal, saying yes, Congress listened to 156 economists that periodic stimulus testing is needed now. The letter did not propose a specific amount for periodic checks. The letter continues, even after businesses start reopening and work begins to return, there will be significant economic collapse and demand will continue to decline if people do not have it. Money to spend. Direct stimulus payments are often linked to economic indicators that will help families stay active and promote economic activity. This happens when a second round of stimulus testing is being debated by congressional legislators. On Tuesday, President Donald Trump once again provided support for additional relief, telling Nexstar media group Washington reporter Jesse Turner, Americans can expect another test soon. We are working on another stimulus package, and that will happen soon, Mr. Trump said. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said he was considering a new round of direct payments, noting that they are especially useful for people who earn $40,000 a year or less. He wants a responsibility shield to run for 5 years, retroactively to December 2019. Reforming legal responsibility, children in schools, jobs and healthcare, he said. It is a gathering place, it seems to me, it must be. The Democratic Party proposed a more ambitious aid approach in the $3 trillion rescue package of House-passed coronavirus, giving the outline of a strong debate on the best way to helping Americans as COVID-19 cases increase hotspots across the country, threatening public health livelihoods. Congress will take a 2-week break, but the lines of the debate are forming before lawmakers resume July 20. The deadline for many programs expires at the end of the month. McConnell's earlier decision to strike into a state of suspensions, as the new Democratic relief has angered Democrats, especially when state and local authorities called for aid to prevent layoffs. Senate Democratic Party leader Chuck Schumer said in a statement on Tuesday that McConnell created unnecessary uncertainty and pain for millions of families still reeling from economic crises and public health. Schumer said Senator McC McConnell should work across the aisle to prevent mass deportations, a new hunger crisis and fire more local and government officials, all what will happen if the Republican Party continues to delay action or act resolutely. Education. The previous aid round is the largest in U.S. history. And while aid has been approved almost unanimously, it is now dividing sides. Many Republicans consider money to be excessive, and they want to avoid another round of big spending. Democrats say more aid is needed and their bill includes new worker health and safety protocols to ensure a safe reopening. While the two sides share many common goals in promoting public health research for treatments and vaccines, the difference in economic aid to Americans is clear. For example, Republicans mostly oppose a weekly increase of $600 on unemployment benefits, claiming it is an inappropriate job because some employees make more money at home than at work. Democrats say it's the lifeblood for struggling Americans trying to make money. Democrats also provided more money on their bill to prevent evictions, $100 billion in rental assistance and $75 billion in mortgage-paying homeowners. The $2 trillion coronavirus support package of the 120-day coronavirus support package for some rentals will expire at the end of July. The bill of the Democratic Party will last until the end of March 2021. Democrats are wary of accountability measures being proposed by the Republican Party. Instead, their bill includes other priorities, such as funding to strengthen the struggling U.S. Postal Service, which they see as another lifeline for Americans, and provide $50 monthly for broadband services for households whose employees are fired to stay connected online. Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon, the leading Democratic Party on the Finance Committee, said McConnell's idea for another round of $1,200 direct payments does not replace the extension of advanced unemployment benefits. The next coronavirus relief package must expand turbocharged unemployment benefits, in a statement. He said unemployment aid helped the economy grow and allowed millions of families to pay rent and groceries. The Senate Republican Party may be considering a $1.3 trillion stimulus package, nearly one-third the size of a proposal from the House Democratic Party. Stimulation agreement. According to a report from CNN, the Senate Republican Party is divided for the next stimulus package and away from the Democratic Party that a stimulus agreement may not be implemented. Here are some current departments. Understand that not all Republicans or Democrats can support their party positions. Second stimulation test. Republican Party. President Donald Trump called for a second round of stimulus tests and wanted them to be bigger than the Democratic Party's proposal for a second stimulus test. However, not all Republicans support the second stimulus test. Senate Majority Leader Mitch MCConnell, RKY, says Americans can very well get a second stimulus test. However, it is speculated that the second stimulus test may be limited to Americans who earn $40,000 or less per year or may focus on those who lose their jobs and need the most financial assistance. Democratic Party. They support a second stimulus test similar to the CARES Act that will amount to $1,200 per individual and up to $1,200 per dependent, up to 3 dependents. Democrats will extend the pie so that secondary students and dependent college students, for example, will be counted as dependents for a second stimulus test. Size relief stimulation. The most popular in personal finance. Second stimulus test income eligibility can be pegged at $40,000. $600. Will federal unemployment check be extended? Mortgage rates hit record lows. Is it now the right time to buy a home? Republican Party. They are targeting a $1.3 trillion stimulus plan, although this number may vary. Democratic Party. They are targeting a $3 trillion stimulus plan based on the HERO Act, passed by the House Democratic Party. Republican Party. They are targeting a $1.3 trillion stimulus plan, although this number may vary. Democratic Party. They are targeting a $3 trillion stimulus plan based on the HERO Act, passed by the House Democratic Party. Extension of unemployment benefits. Republican. They want to end $600 in unemployment benefits a week because they believe the recipient doesn't encourage returning to work. Democratic Party. They want to extend $600 a week of unemployment benefits because Americans need financial relief after the COVID-19 pandemic and record unemployment. Bonus back to work. Republican. They want a payout for work based on Senator Rob Portman's proposal, RO, to encourage workers who are unemployed or fired. Democratic Party. They do not want bonuses for work back. They want to expand unemployment benefits to help Americans in need who are affected by record unemployment. State and local aid. Republican Party. The Senate Republican Party wants $30 billion for schools to reopen, according to CNN. Trump, Vice President Mike Pence and Education Secretary Betsy DeVos want schools to reopen this fall. Pence said the White House may request any state and local aid for schools to reopen. Democrats. They want $1 trillion in state and local aid, according to CNN, including $430 billion to safely reopen schools. Protection of liability. Republican Party. McConnell reiterated the need to defend the COVID-19 lawsuits for businesses, including hospitals and schools. This could be a retroactive 5-year liability defense until 2019 until 2024. Democratic Party. This is not a top priority. Other high-priority items. McConnell said that he focused on the economy, employment, healthcare and school opening. His other high-priority economic stimuli include wage cuts, a return to work, $4,000 travel credit and infrastructure plans, among other incentives to create more jobs. Manufacturing. McConnell does not seem to focus on student loans or forgive student loans for subsequent stimuli. The next stimulus bill will be drafted by Senators Republicans and the White House. However, Republicans will need to work with Democrats to draft a bill to stimulate the two parties. Why? The Senate Republican Party controls only 53 seats in the Senate, and therefore, they need at least 60 votes to override a Democratic filmmaker.